Hello, we need to discuss what you do to get your home ready for sale in this very dynamic market. I'm William Smith with the Williams Luxury Group at Coldwell Banker Realty in Carmel, California. Thank you for joining me, and let's get started. Sellers, get your property ready for sale. And there's some things that need to be done. The most important thing is get rid of your clutter. Now, you live in your home, and that's your nest. And in your nest, you keep your treasures. And your treasures fill your closets, your attics, your garage, and they're in boxes and they're strewn about. But the important thing is understand that when you stage a house, you've eliminated the clutter, and that's the first step to a successful marketing staging for your property. Now, you can stage a property with a stager's furniture or with your own, and we can counsel you on both ways to do that. But the important thing is contact a mover, ask them to pack up the first phase of your move, and that would be anything that you're not going to be using in the next 90 days. Why 90 days? Well, that's the normal market time that we'll be looking at here for the next 3 or 4 quarters. And what you want to do is make sure that the things that you're not going to be using, the 16 boxes in the garage that you haven't opened since the last time you moved, the coat closets that's jam-packed with coats that you're not going to wear in the next 3 months, and the things that are on the bottom that you can't see the floor of the closet, in the entryway, in the bedrooms, in the linen closet. So what you're doing is you're taking away the clutter. And why do you have clutter? Because you have these treasures. But they're your treasures. They're not the buyer's treasures. So what we're going to try to do is declutter the house with putting the things that are not necessary for staging the home and not necessary for your day-to-day life for the next 90 days. So now that's gone. Then you're going to select your listing agent. I have lots of great suggestions for that, but the important thing is there are at least 5 questions that you should be asking your potential listing agent, and you should probably look for people that can answer them to your satisfaction. I have a video about that. Please refer to it. Then once you select your listing agent or team, then you need to get your home ready for sale cosmetically and structurally. So you should get all of your reports done. Oh boy, why should I get reports? That's what the buyer gets. Well, let me tell you, the tradition of buyers paying for inspections has changed. And in Monterey County, here in California, we've been slow to accept that. But our neighbors to the north in Silicon Valley and the San Francisco Bay Area, they demand it. And that's who is driving our market right now. So if you have a buyer that is expecting to see disclosures and reports before they even look at the house, maybe, you better be in compliance with that. Now, about 8 months ago, I did a survey of everything that was active in Pebble Beach, and there was 60% of the sellers that had disclosures and reports available up front, and 40% that haven't. Of course, it's trending upwards from that. But in Silicon Valley, virtually it's 100%. I mean, if you don't have reports and disclosures up front, the buyers think you're trying to hide something. And those buyers are affecting the sellers who are coming to our market after they sell their home up there, and they expect to see disclosures and reports up front. So let's comply with that. And what does that do? It helps the negotiation. I'm going to explain that in just a second. But if you have a home in Pacific Grove, Monterey, or Carmel, you need to get a city report, and that requires that you get a sewer lateral. And what you need to do is make sure that that sewer lateral has been upgraded or passes the inspection test with a video report. And then you comply with all the things that go on with our older stock in those 3 communities. Now, the same thing holds true in our other Monterey Peninsula communities, but those are the ones with sewer lateral requirements right now. And that's very important that you don't get surprised with an $8,000 to $15,000 expense, because the seller has taken on the responsibility of making sure that there's compliance for that. So my suggestion, get a home inspection, a pest inspection, a roof inspection. If you have a sewer lateral get a sewer lateral inspection. If you have a septic tank, very important to get that septic tank pumped, inspected, and since it's empty, repaired, assuming that the repairs are relatively minor. So those are things that buyers are expecting now that the seller does, even before you hit the market. And then I have the sellers say, well, I don't want to pay that. That's the buyer's responsibility. Yes, but it could end up costing you more in the long run. And why does that happen? Because the negotiation isn't based upon knowledge for both parties of knowing what to expect. So the reports take out that mystery, and the reports are able to make sure that the seller and the buyer know what an as-is sale means for this property. So with the reports available and the disclosures available, they can be posted on the multiple listing service with a disclosure link. We use Disclosure.io through Coldwell Banker, and that gives the buyer's agent the opportunity to download that information and share it with their buyers so that when the offer's made, they know what's good about the house and what's not good about the house. And there's a value and a price for every level of quality. So if you've got an A+ student, the house is perfect, let's get the report card. If it's a C- student, that's fine. It has a value. Let's get the report card, and the reports are the report card. I'm William Smith with the William Smith Luxury Group. Please, in your comments, ask more questions. I can update our video content. If I've missed some, I can give you specific information. And besides that, I love hearing from you. So subscribe to our channel. Look for the next video, and I look forward to serving you. If you have questions on any of this as a seller, we'll be happy to do that. And watch for our video on what a buyer should do in order to go through the same process. William Smith signing out. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for watching our YouTube channel.